The media, they'll just throw this up. They'll stick with this just long enough to suck all the ratings out of it and then move on. What are they doing about it? What is their responsibility in this story and to this story? What is my responsibility? What is your responsibility? We've got a few questions to ask. 1, what can we do differently as people? 2, what is the school doing? What punishment is appropriate for this kids? Oh, they had a big press conference today. They informed everybody that the bullying team is investigating. The bullying team is on it. Oh, my. Well, they've done such a great job so far, haven't they? That's about as comforting to me as, well, we're going to send another terse letter from the UN. Oh, okay. They're looking into disciplinary action. That's not going to happen. School's over. The schools aren't helping. They're making the problem worse. 3, where are the parents of these kids? As of this morning, none of the kids have reached out to apologize to Mrs. Klein. How's that even possible? Let me ask you, if that was your kid, would you tell me I'm a hate monger, just an awful parent, but I'd take my kid by the ear, and yes, I have taken my son and my daughter by the ear a couple of times. I'd take them by the ear, and I would walk them over to Mrs. Klein's house. I don't care how far it would. And I would take them there and make them apologize in person. And then they'd spend the entire summer doing service projects for her, cleaning her house, cleaning her toilet bowl, pulling the weeds, going shopping at Wegmans. And if she wants to buy another purse, you take your hard-earned money and you buy it for her. They'd be grounded for the rest of the year. One dad said, I'm heartbroken that my son took part, but my boy has suffered enough with their faces being made public in the video. Excuse me? Excuse me? No. If you're old enough to post someone else's face on the internet and humiliate them, guess what? I guess you're old enough to have your face plastered all over the internet too. Don't like it? Oh, wow. Try your own medicine. Maybe you'll think twice before abusing somebody. As a joke, to be a star. You wanted to be a star? Oh, we'll make you a star. Another parent said, my child is a good kid, just influenced by friends. Oh, okay, all right, I'm sorry. If Joey jumped off the bridge, it was the alcohol. I didn't even know what I was doing. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I've used every excuse in the book. I've lied to everybody in my life and myself for most of my life. Shut up. You can't shelter kids from shame. They should suffer the consequences of their own actions. As a parent, you have a responsibility to make them feel the consequence of their own actions. Stop enabling them. Stop blaming the other kids in the scenario. Your kid participated. I don't give a flying crap why they did it. I don't care. Oh, their life has been so I don't care. What matters is they did it. Let them feel the consequences. 4th question. How many of us have kids like this and we have no clue? Many of us are trying, but we don't realize. The culture is not the culture we grew up in. It is the exact opposite. I had a guy call in today and said, Glenn, I had no idea. I had no idea this was such a big problem. I watched this video with my kids and my daughter said, Dad, I see that all the time. We don't know it because we're so busy and we assume that the culture is the same. It's not. The biggest problem today is that we as parents have abdicated our responsibilities. We're out working. We're trying to earn a living. We're trying to put a roof over the head. We're trying to put food on the table. Some of us are trying for fancy houses or cars or boats or vacations. We're heading off, do our duties someplace else and hand our duties for parenting to someone else, teachers or the schools or the peers or the babysitters or the daycare or to Sesame Street or to television. Some people have to work 2 jobs. Some people have to work 4 jobs. Dad works 2, Mom works 2. I know my family has done it. You can still have good kids, but it's much harder because the culture has changed. Now you have to be engaged all the time, and many, too many, are not. We live in a culture that mocks everything that is decent. Mocks the family. Mocks simple values. Mocks the poor. Even though we say we're for the poor, bull crap, we're for the poor. The poor are trying to be rich. We mock stay-at-home moms. Oh, your child won't have any social skills if they're homeschooled. Good! I don't want my kids to have those social skills. Have you ever heard of homeschooled kids even forget to say yes, sir, or no, sir, except my kids? Have you ever heard them do anything like this to an elder of society? If social skills are the goal, then schools fail. Miserably fail. You know, the media went nuts last week over a comment that I didn't even make about Glee. Glenn Beck hates Glee. You know what? No, I don't. I hate the culture they're promoting. It is a consequence-free culture. It's quite a statement on current societal values that my views on personal responsibility, decency, truth, honor, integrity, respect, love, that's the controversial point of view. Remember, I'm the alcoholic. I'm the recovering alcoholic. I'm the one that's seen things that'll make your eyes pop out. And what is my point of view? We should love each other. We should be decent to each other. We should tell each other the truth, and sometimes you don't like the truth, but sometimes we have to say it to each other. I'm telling you, lift yourself up out of the mud. A, you can do it. How do I know? Because I've done it. B, it's worth it. How do I know? Because I've done it. You won't believe what will happen to you and the happiness that you will find. And that's the controversial point of view. Oh, no, no. Instead, the mainstream is drag yourself down into the mud along with your children. Don't you see what's happened? What really happened on that bus? What is that really all about? Disconnection. These kids don't even see this woman as a human. They see her as a YouTube video. She's not even human. Everything's a show. The kids on the video thought this was going to be hilarious. They knew it was going on YouTube. They were hoping they were going to be internet stars. It's all about me, 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 me. Instant gratification with zero consequences. If you screw up, there's somebody to bail you out. The dad who says, oh, he's suffered enough. Oh, has he, Dad? Well, according to the president, yes, the president is teaching America the same principle. Watch.
Look, I've got two daughters, 9 years old and 6 years old. I'm going to teach them, first of all, about values and morals. But if they make a mistake, I don't want them punished with a baby.
Wow. Adult enough to have sex, adult enough to carry the child. Sorry, that's the deal. Everyone wants a get-out-of-jail-free card, but nobody even wants to play Monopoly anymore. That card only exists in a game. The poet progressives, they don't understand. But the true poets do. Rudyard Kipling said, warning, when all men are paid for existing, and no man must pay for his sins. As surely as water will wet us, as surely as fire will burn, the gods of the copybook headings with terror and slaughter return. Warning! I got news for you, gang. You don't deserve a damn thing. Just because you exist, oh, whoop-de-doo. You have to earn your own way. And that includes paying for your own mistakes. We're not living that way, no. Now it's all about collectivism and entitlement and consequences. Add them up. What do you get? Nothing but me, me, me. That's it. Me. It's a mistake to shrug this off as kids being stupid. It's a horrible mistake. We have to correct. We have to put our own morals and values back into the system. If you take them out, if you're neutral, someone else will put morals and values in. And if that doesn't happen, they're just filled up with whatever's around. Nature abhors a vacuum. This is an old book from 1946. I've showed it to you before. This book was put together by Jewish people, Jewish professors, who went back into Germany. Hitler's professors. The role played by the intellectual elites in Hitler's rise to power. You know how it started? It didn't start with the gas chambers, for the love of Pete. It started with the children. It started with collectivism. In the book Cowards that we just came out with last week, I don't know if you've read the chapter about our failed education system, or the chapter about how our churches are failing us because they're being infiltrated by far left, crazy people. And they're being reduced to a godless mouthpiece for a statist party. Our kids are learning. They're sponges and they're being taught. It's offensive to talk about God, to pray at school. It was banned from school 50 years ago. Banned from school. Now look at it. Believing in God means you're hateful or you're an idiot. Don't listen to mom and dad. Al Gore says you're smarter than them, and he's not alone. Van Jones and the president will say the same thing. You know things your parents don't. Kids are being taught that they are the ultimate authority, that it's all about them. The old people owe them, instead of the other way around. They know things, they can do things, they have access to things that their parents, and certainly not that imaginary friend in the sky, has access to or can do. There's no shame in anything anymore. You just do it. It's a choice, and all choices are the same. Oh, you made a mistake. We reward people on television by giving them $1 million if they eat a live tarantula on live TV. Oh, will they do it? And when the live tarantula isn't enough gratification for those of us who are watching, somebody else will offer $1 million. Will he drink the donkey sperm or not? And I'm not making that up. NBC did it. Who sits in a room and says, let's see if they can get him to drink donkey sperm? If you are too stupid to figure out how that grows bad fruits in 10 years from now, I can't help you. You're maybe beyond help yourself. Bad seeds grow bad trees, and bad trees cannot bear good fruit.